Hey guys, I'm Brent and welcome to the Daily Devo, and today we're going to be talking about mountains. One of the things that I love about living in Arizona since I moved from Florida is that no matter what direction you're driving in, there's always an amazing view of a mountain. All throughout the Bible, God has performed some crazy miracles. And some of those miracles, where he's done some of his best work, was on mountains. So over the next several weeks, we're going to take a look at 15 different mountains in the Bible where God not only allowed really significant events to take place, but our hope is that you and I will walk away with the truth that we can carry with us. And today, I want to start with Mount Carmel. You can read the entire story in 1 Kings chapter 18, but to paraphrase and to set the scene, there's a battle of the gods that's taking place. You see, at the time, Israel's king was a man by the name of Ahab, who unfortunately led Israel to live a life of idolatry. Now, Elijah, who is one of God's most amazing prophets, is given an assignment by God to go and confront Ahab. To make a long story short, Elijah challenges Ahab and the god called Baal to go against the Lord. This battle would take place on Mount Carmel, where Elijah would offer up a bull, and so would the prophets of Baal. Now, whosever God sent fire down from the sky to consume the offering was the true and living God. I want you to hear how Elijah propositioned this battle in verses 19 through 21. Here's what it says. It says, "Now summon all Israel to join me at Mount Carmel, along with the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who are supported by Jezebel." So Ahab summoned all the people of Israel and the prophets of Mount Carmel. Now, let me pause really quick. The scene is set for this big battle, but I want you to really pay close attention to the next verse. Here's what verse 21 says. "Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, 'How much longer will you waver, hobbling between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him, but if Baal is God, then follow him.' But the people were completely silent." It's important to note that historically, Israel always kept amazing records of their history. At any point, a story could be orally recited of how God intervened on their behalf throughout the time and proved himself to be God. Shortly after Elijah gives this speech, God proves himself yet again. The prophets of Baal ended up embarrassing themselves, and God did what God does. He sent fire down from heaven to consume the bull, and if you allowed it to translate it my way, I would say that God simply showed up and showed out. Now, this brings me back to the question asked by Elijah. How much longer will you waver between two opinions? I think that if we're honest with ourselves, for some of us, we've got a track record of when and how God has shown up and showed out in our lives. Israel knew better, but they allowed culture and people of power to influence not only how they behaved, but who they worshiped. Here's my encouragement to you and I. Never waver on whether or not God is real. He's a real God ready to help you navigate what sometimes can be a really hard life. Don't waver, but be faithful. And I promise you, the next time you're in a Mount Carmel situation, he'll show up and show out.